First, the headlines. 15 MLAs to meet Amit Shah in Guwahati today. Chief Minister and Biren Singh seeks additional central forces. Prices of essential items soar in Manipur as imports heat in violence. Don't play divide and rule policy in their government, urges women vendors. Situation under control in Manipur, says Security Advisor Kuldeep Singh. And indefinite curfew imposed in Bishnupur, Imphal West and Imphal East districts. Hello, welcome to ELITETV's 3 p.m. English News. I'm your host, Deemita. Before giving you the news, we requested to follow the SOP given by the government, where face masks on in public, wash hands regularly and maintain a minimum of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV also requested to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part to fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. Army and other central security forces control the clashes, but the stray incidents of violence and arson has still remained a concern in Manipur. As the situation in Manipur remains still tense, at least 15 MLAs belonging to all parties bearing Congress reached Guwahati to meet Home Minister Amit Shah, where the latter is scheduled to attend 2 functions on Thursday afternoon. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, who is facing a lot of criticism from the Kuki MLAs, meanwhile moved the centre with a request to rush 20 more companies of central forces to deal with the prevailing law and order situation in the state. MLAs belonging to the ruling BJP and NPP, NPF and JDU reached Guwahati on Wednesday and are likely to meet Shah today. The MLAs will apprise the Home Minister about the present situation and the steps required to cool the tension prevailing the majority Meitei and Kuki community. BJP is in power in Manipur and is also backed up by NPP, NPF and JDU. We will give an overview of the situation and what needs to be done to restore normalcy, a BJP MLA told DH over phone. Interestingly, 10 Kuki MLAs, including 7 belonging to BJP, moved Shah earlier with a call for separate administration for the Kuki Hamar Jomi dominated areas in Manipur following the violence. The meeting comes at a time Manipur reported fresh violence in Bishnupur, Imphal East and Imphal West district in the past 48 hours. 1 person died and 3 others were injured in the firing, but unidentified person in Bishnupur district, while some houses were reportedly burned down by protesters.
Yeah, boom down.
Yeah, we are here. We'll be trying to meet the Honorable Union Home Minister.
And what are you going to present before him?
The situation at Manipur. We wanted to brief him. That is why we're here.
So how many members are here?
There are a few already here, and it's now around 10 of us have come.
Total 15?
Not exactly.
Which are the parties? Which are the parties?
I think all the parties in the ruling side, except from among them the Congress is not here, so on the ruling side all of us here.
And what time are you scheduled to meet the Home Minister tomorrow?
Let's see, we'll update you, whatever.
Thank you.
Talking to reporters in Imphal on Wednesday, Chief Minister Biren Singh maintained that the government was taking all measures to restore peace and harmony in the state. The government would try to ensure the safety of all communities and also to live together as before. He said that the state government submitted a proposal to the centre for sending 20 companies of central forces. A total of 128 columns of army and other central paramilitary forces are already deployed in the state. We raised 6 additional forces. Let us forget and forgive those things which had already happened and make restoration of peace as a priority, he said. Security situation in Manipur has remained a concern since May 3rd, when violence broke out in the tribal-dominated Churachandpur district. Clashes between sections of the majority Meitei and Kukis communities spilled over to many other parts of Manipur since then. At least 74 people belonging to both the communities have died, while nearly 2,000 houses have been burned down. This resulted in the displacement of over 35,000 people. Army and other central security forces control the clashes, but the stray incidents of violence and arson has still remained a concern. The ban on mobile and broadband internet is still in force, while the National Highway No. 2, which connects Imphal with Dimapur in Nagaland, has remained blocked by Kuki protesters. Thousands of Manipuris took out a mass peace rally in Silchar to the DC office Silchar and submitted a memorandum addressed to the Prime Minister of India. Organized by All Assam Manipuri Youth Association, representatives of several organizations as well as Mera Phaibi's Loop participated in the peace march, holding placards with different slogans and also waved the tricolor flag of India. Irate women vendors of Khwairambani Kaitel warned and asked the central government not to play divide and rule policy. Speaking to media persons at Uripok Sorbontingal Community Hall, where sit-in protest organized by the women vendors of Khwairambani Kaitel, a woman vendor said the people of Manipur lost the trust in the central government. Despite many central forces came to Manipur, even 22nd days old could not be restored. She further said not a single word is coming from the Prime Minister and Home Minister on the present situation in Manipur. It is very unfortunate, she added. The patience is over, therefore all possible steps to be taken up in order to save the motherland and protect the territorial integrity, she added.
Poppy plantation lakraga poppy plantation do the mokoina high riba I could the change labor ma'am say poppy plantation do give laborers workers on a season. Aduga Makoi Fazana Hojik Masigi Pataba Tabakse Aikoigi Manipur government na stop and a high rate to o Yadre Masimiam the among Bani Lebaki among Bani Habada Masidagi Haurakiba Makoigi Popi do the gi Makoina Lebaxi Mangan and Abahona Gibado Makasa turning Badagi Haurapalalo and low web. Maduna masi kuki militant sing na tauri ba thabak ase Manipur thukai gani makoi gi tokhai be administration tani haibase kuki militant sing gi mayok tadi aikoi leigani leibak thukai halloi aduga aikoi gi merger agreement matamda aikoi na march tawgiba matamda India government da tawgiba march to kari condition da no adu amuktang review tawba hojik matam oire aikoi leibak thukai biu hai gi bramoida hai gi de Aikoi lebak se takhot papurakani aikoi Manipur afaba lebak ohengani haibagi damakta march tawgibane aba aduna hojikte madu review tawbiba matam oire aduna hairiba kuki mayam sina haure iba lalhause kuki sida support tawriba potse masi tawbiganu aduna hojik designated tamasugi kuki se masi moina matik chana cherak pigadabani masigi solution yam thu na phubirao.
Later, the women vendors shouted slogans for integrity of Manipur. Situation is normal in many districts, while in few districts, situation is tense but under control, according to Kuldeep Singh, who is security advisor to the government of Manipur. In a statement issued on Wednesday, curfew was curtailed in the valley districts due to some law and order situation. Stating that movement of essential items along National Highway number 37 is being ensured, he said that on Wednesday at about 6:30 am, 160 loaded vehicles, LPG bullet 2, petrol 24, diesel 4, cement 41, transport goods 88 and fertilizers 1 left Jiribam for Imphal. At about 11:15 am, 205 empty vehicles, empty truck 99, loaded truck 3, gas cylinder 2, empty LPG bullet 24, empty oil tanker 67, cruiser 6, bus 3, Sumo 1 left Imphal for Jiribam. Earnest appeal is made to all concerned not to believe any rumor and confirm suspicious information using the rumor-free number 9233522822 and also to make all efforts to restore peace and harmony, the statement added. Prices of essential commodities have skyrocketed in Manipur since ethnic violence started some 3 weeks ago, as import of the products from outside the state has been affected, with several items being sold at double the normal price. In most parts of the landlocked northeastern state, items such as rice, potato, onions and eggs, besides LPG cylinders and petrol are selling at rates much above the one fixed by the government. Earlier, a 150 kg bag of superfine rice cost Rs 900, but now it has gone up to Rs 1,800. Prices of potatoes and onions also increased by Rs 20 to Rs 30. In general, prices for all the essential commodities brought from outside have gone up. LPG cylinders are being sold in the black market for Rs 1,800, while a litre of petrol costs Rs 170 in many parts of Imphal West district. Prices of eggs have increased as well, with one crate containing 30 eggs costing Rs 300 instead of usual Rs 180. Where it is not for security forces escorting trucks carrying essential commodities, the price rise would have been more. Even potatoes had reached Rs 100 per kilo before security forces came into the scene. Truck movement to the Imphal Valley has stopped due to rock blockades and fear among transporters as clashes broke out in Manipur after a tribal solidarity march was organized in the hill districts on May 3rd to protest against the Meitei community's demand for scheduled tribe status. As a result, the stock of essential supplies in the state dwindled and began to reach critical levels, which resulted in a planning movement through National Highway number 37, a defense official said. Movement of trucks on National Highway number 37 commenced on May 15 and security forces remain committed to restoring complete normalcy, the spokesperson said. Prices of key commodities also increased in districts which were not much affected by the violence between Meitei and Kuki community people that left over 70 people dead. Seeking central government's immediate intervention, thousands of Kuki yesterday at Saparmaina village reiterated not to propagate peace before a solution. A sit-in protest was held yesterday in Saparmaina village in Kampupi district after a similar protest was also held at Kampupi town and Kaithalmanbi village seeking immediate central government's intervention with a solution based on the political dialogue between the UPF and KNO and the governments. Braving the heavy shower, that protesters lined up along National Highway number 2 and shouted a slogan, "We want central government's immediate interventions," while displaying various other pamphlets. With reports of arson and fresh violence witnessed in the Bishnupur district of Manipur, the Bishnupur district administration has announced to withdraw the relaxation of curfew from 5 am to 4 pm. The notification reads, the curfew relaxation period from 5 am to 4 pm on May 24, 2023, via this office of even number dated May 23rd is hereby cancelled. All persons belonging to essential services such as health, PHED and transportations of food and water shall be exempted from further impositions of curfew after the expiry of the said period of relaxation. The order was issued by Laurembam Bikram, District Magistrate. Further, as per sources, curfew relaxation has also been cancelled in respect of Imphal East and Imphal West. Now, curfew will be in place for 24 hours without any relaxation till further orders. Essential services have been exempted. Curfew was cancelled due to the eruptions of tension in some places of Manipur. On the other hand, Malingama Chenglai District Magistrate Jiribam District Manipur, in the exercise of the powers conferred under subsection 2 of section 144 of CRPC 1973, also prohibit the movement of any person outside their respective residence from 12:30 p.m. of 24th May 2023 until further orders. This order shall not apply to the government agencies involved in the enforcement of the law and order and other essential services. In case of emergencies and for person who want to take out a processions for marriage or funeral within the scheduled area, applications may be made to the undersigned or to the Superintendent of Police, Jiribam District, for permissions, and they shall not take out processions until a written permission is obtained from authorities. Naga People's Front NPF has urged the Centre, NSCNIM and NNPGs to expedite the political dialogue and bring about a logical conclusion. This was part of a 7-point resolutions adopted at the party's Central Office Bearers COB meeting held at the party's Central Office on Wednesday. The House also acknowledged the efforts put in by the rank and file of NPP in the February 23rd Assembly elections and also the logistics support provided by the party's Manipur unit. It also congratulated the two-party MLAs who emerged victorious, including Khuzoluzo Azo, Nainu and Achumbemo Kikont, and also appreciated the efforts of all other party candidates for fighting till the last despite all odds. In his address, Laijitsu admitted that 2022 was a year full of trials and tribulations for NPF MLAs, as he recalled how many of them had left the party at the 11th hour during the assembly election. He noted that in spite of many changes taking place, one thing that remained constant was a decades-old Naga political problem. He opined that the issue could be solved only politically through a human approach. Laijitsu emphasized that the solution to this issue did not require new political philosophy, but a political approach based on history. And now let's take a short break. Stay tuned for more updates.
The legendary brand Vespa was born in 1946. The Vespa has a unique design with a V-shaped grille to complement its sleek cast. The Piaggio emblem at the front gives you the pride of ownership, innovative appearance. The design was inspired by the wasp, hence the name Vespa.
Adom gari macha darkar oibibra? Supnagi minute kuntragi manungda document ichang changdana Vespa amadi Aprilia gi apamba model sing supna dagi lupa lising tara khaktang puthok piduna loan oina lawba yabagi khudong chaba pizare. Akupa marul kidamak contact tawbirau 9089895330 amadi 9615823252. Tulasi Motors Private Limited, Thangmaiban amadi Sangay Pro, Kudong Chaba si Mangan Bigano, ngasi mag-contact tawbirau, terms and conditions apply.
Babina Diagnostics Manipur da ihan hanba oina ingsok lising amaga chamapal marifuhumdoi da linkhatki. Masina awang nongpok Bharat da yamna pak chawna miyoi bagi ana layeng da darkar lakpa makhal kaya gi changyeng sing pangthoi. Mayamdugi marakta amatang pallabada radiological investigation su mai pak na pangthokli. Wana hona jaba miyoi bagi sebani khana angam bathak ta laibak thiraba ana ayek nanglaba kaya gi mating pangjaba si sakhang biduna awang nongpok ta ihan hanba oina NABL gi accreditation pibirakhi. Miyam gi pothafam ngainafam testofam report lawfam gi awaba du kokhanduna changfam hangfam pothafam gari parking cafeteria yauna marang kaina leizaraba unit ama oina miyam gi seba tawjari. Unit asida thamjariba matamgi darkar oirakpa equipment singdi 1.5 Tesla MRI, 128 slice CT scanner, mammography, DEXA scanner, digital X-ray, loinana hematology, clinical chemistry, amadi clinical pathology, immunology, microbiology, molecular biology, amasung immunohistochemistry studies ki masing yamlaba automated analyzers.
Welcome you all to UNACO College, Kongman, Imphal East, an exclusive co-educational college offering both BA and BAc courses. UNACO College will be affiliated to Manipur University, Kanchipur. First academic session will begin in July 2023. Hurry up! Registrations and admissions open for 2023-24 academic session.
Welcome back again. You're watching ELITETV 3 PM English News. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be on a day-long visit to Assam today. He will distribute appointment letters to more than 44,700 newly recruited persons of various Assam government departments at a function in Guwahati. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will lay the foundation stone of the National Forensic Science University of Changsari virtually from Srimanta Sankardeva Kalakshetra in Guwahati, and he will also start a temporary campus of the university which will be located at Guwahati Medical College and Hospital. From the same venue, the Union Minister will launch an application for Assam Police where FIR can be filed electronically. Mr. Shah will also ceremonially distribute appointment letters to the newly recruited 44,703 candidates of various Assam government departments in the program of Veterinary College Playground in Guwahati. The stage is set for a grand opening ceremony of 3rd Khelo India University Games today evening at Babu Banarasi Das Sports Complex in Lucknow. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will declare open Khelo India University Games 2022 at 7 PM via video conferencing. He will be the chief guest of the event. Union Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur, along with the Chief Minister of State Yogi Adityanath, will take part in the inaugural function. The events related to the University Games have already started from May 23rd at Gautam Budh Nagar district. This year, the third editions of Khelo India University Games will be held from today to 3rd June. These competitions will be organized in Varanasi, Gorakhpur, Lucknow and Gautam Buddha Nagar. The Games will witness participations of over 4,750 athletes from more than 200 universities who will be competing in 21 sports. The closing ceremony of the Games will be held in Varanasi on 3rd June, in which Prime Minister will also participate. The mascot of the Games is named Jitu, which represents Swam Deer Barasingha, the state animal of Uttar Pradesh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has flagged off Uttarakhnd's first Vande Bharat Express via video conferencing. The train will run between Delhi and Dehradun on all days except Wednesdays and will cover the distance in 4 hours and 45 minutes. Prime Minister Modi will also dedicate newly electrified rail line sections in the state, which will make Uttarakhand's entire rail route 100% electrified. In a show of unity, 19 opposition parties, including the Congress, Left and TMC on Wednesday, announced a decision to boycott the inaugurations of the new parliament building by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, saying they find no value in the new buildings when the soul of democracy has been sucked out. Noting that the inauguration of the parliament building is a momentous occasion, the opposition parties in a joint statement said, "Despite our belief that the government is threatening democracy and our disapproval of the autocratic manner in which a new parliament was built, we were open to singing our differences and marking this occasion." However, Prime Minister Modi's decision to inaugurate the new parliament building by himself, completely sidelining President Draupadi Murmu, is not only a grave insult but a direct assault on our democracy, which demands a commensurate response. Modi will inaugurate the new parliament building on May 28 following invitations by Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla. The opposition parties said that the president is not only the head of the state in India but also an integral part of parliament, as he summons Farouks and addresses it. The opposition parties said Article 79 of the Constitution states there shall be a parliament for a union which shall consist of the president and 2 houses to be known respectively as the Council of States and Houses of the People. The Congress, TMC, DMK, JD United, AAP, CPIM, CPI, SP, NSP, SSUBT, RJD, IUML, JMM, NC, KCM, RSP, VCK, MDMK, RLD are the signatories of the joint statement. Government announces plan for big inauguration, brushing aside the reservations and a boycott calls for several opposition parties against inaugurations of the new parliament building. The government is leaving no stone unturned to celebrate the occasion in a grand manner and in line with age-old traditions and rituals to be presided over by priests belonging to a 500-year-old dharmic mood in Tanjore. National Democratic Alliance (NDA) has unequivocally condemned the decisions of 19 political parties to boycott the inaugurations of the new parliament building on 28 May. In a statement, the NDA alleged that this act is not merely disrespect but a blatant affront to the democratic ethos and the constitutional values of the country. The statement read that such flagrant disrespect toward this institution is not only an intellectual bankruptcy but also a distributing contempt for the very essence of democracy. It accused opposition parties of repeatedly showing no regard for the parliamentary procedures over the past 9 years and demonstrating a lackadaisical attitudes toward their parliamentary duties. The statement claimed that opposition parties preaching about parliamentary decency and constitutional values is laughable. It said the opposition parties boycotted a special GSC session presided over by then President Pranab Mukherjee, skipped the ceremony when he was awarded the Bharat Ratna, and even extended a late courtesy call to Ramnath Kovind upon his elections as president. The NDA statement alleged that the disrespect shown towards current President Draupadi Murmu is a new law in political discourse. It added that the staunch opposition to her candidature is not just an insult to her but a direct affront to the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. The NDA statement alleged that opposition parties' preference for semi-monarchic governments and family-run parties shows an aversion to vibrant democracy. An FIR has been filed against former Karnataka Minister and BJP MLA Shri and Aswant Narayan over his alleged statement against State Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. Narayan had compared Siddaramaiah to 18th century ruler of Mysuru Tipu Sultan and urged people to finish him off the same way. State Congress leaders have also sought Narayan's arrest over the remark. Taking note of the present crisis in Manipur, United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights Volker Turk urged authorities to respond to the situation quickly by investigating and addressing the root cause of the violence. In his opening remarks, Volker Turk said, in a number of situations, we see the consequences when different groups incite and stoke hatred and division between communities. The recent violence in Manipur, Northeast India, revealed the underlying tensions between different ethnic groups. I urge authorities to respond to the situation quickly, including by investigating and addressing root cause of the violence in line with the international human rights obligations. Volker Turk also appealed to all to help push back against disinformation and manipulation that feeds anti-rights movement and help protect the space for people to defend their rights. The dignity and award of every human right should not be a questionable, sensitive concept. Meanwhile, the mention of the Manipur crisis and the appeal made for authorities' quick response by the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights has been welcomed and appreciated by the Human Rights Alert. Fire officials said a house under construction collapsed due to high winds as a strong line of storms moved through the area just north of Houston. 2 construction workers were killed and at least 8 others injured when a tornado-warned storm struck the Houston suburb on Conroe, Texas, Tuesday afternoon. All 9 workers were on site in the new Ladera Creek subdivisions when one of the houses under construction suddenly collapsed shortly before 4 p.m. CDT, due to the high winds for the intense storm, Conroe Assistant Fire Chief Mike Legudes told KTRK-TV in Houston. Conroe is about 40 miles north of the Houston metro area in Montgomery County. 2 of the workers were pronounced dead at the scene. 7 others who were also working on the structure were injured and taken to the hospital, Legudes said. The severity of their injuries was not known. Further information has not been released about the victims. Severe thunderstorm, including one capable of producing a tornado, moved through the area around from 3:10 p.m. to 4:40 p.m. CDT, according to the National Weather Service, the storm came and went pretty quickly. It was about 10 minutes total, Legudes said. There was a lot of wind, a lot of rain with a bit of sleet and hail. Russian Defense Ministry released a video showing destructions of 3 Ukrainian unmanned speedboats in the Black Sea. This came as a counterattack after Ukraine allegedly tried to attack Russian warship Ivan Kurs in an unsuccessful attempt. All of the enemy's boats were destroyed from the Russian naval ship standard armaments 140 km northeast of the Bosporus Strait, a spokesperson said. For ELITETV News Channel, contact the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. And now let's take a look at the headlines once again. 15 MLAs to meet Amit Shah in Guwahati today. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh 6 additional central forces. Prices of essential items soar in Manipur as imports heat and violence. Don't play divide and rule policy, India government urges women vendors. Situation under control in Manipur, says Security Advisor Kuldeep Singh. And indefinite curfew imposed in Bishnupur, Imphal West and Imphal East districts. And that's all for now. For more updates, keep watching ELITETV English News. Thank you and have a great day.